This video is to demonstrate the initial startup for the day for the cremation unit. This right here is going to be your main screen. So go ahead and hit next to new cycle. We got to sign in, so we're going to enter our password. The user is going to be user1, and the password is 1001. Hit OK, and then hit login. It'll take you to this screen. This is your main screen. So you're going to go ahead and hit run cycle. What that will do is, first it'll turn on the blower that you'll see here. The system will purge, it'll blow new air throughout the whole machine to purge any kind of gas that might be lingering inside the machine. That'll take a few minutes, and once that's done, then the afterburner will kick off. So while the machine is warming up at the beginning of the day, you can see we're getting close to that 1250. You can go ahead and load the chambers. Today there is not any remains in the chamber, but if there were, we would scrape them out using these tools. They would collect inside there. You'd use that little broom to get the edges, and they would collect inside this pan, which you would then transfer into a cooling pan. That's already done. So I'm going to go ahead and load this new animal. Verify that it's the right animal, Zoe Sanders, and check the toe tag, 10127, 10127. It is indeed a special, so we're good to go ahead and initial. This cremation form we'll put next to the chamber. Slide the card in like that. Grab this tool, push the animal in. You want it as centered as you can. One safety measure I did not do that we should do: when that door is open all the way, you can engage these plungers, and that will hold the door open and prevent it from falling if the chain or anything was ever to break holding that door. Okay, we've loaded all of our chambers. Our temperature has reached past 1250. This is the secondary chamber temperature. We're now ready to start the cremations. A very important step. Technically, this machine is in warm-up mode, and in order to get it into cremation mode, you have to hit run cycle again. You'll see that our hearth air has turned on when we did that. It is now ready to start the chambers. So we're going to go to chamber 1 first. Chamber 1 has a 90-pound animal in it. So first we enter in info into the case builder. This is a large dog, and the dog is frozen. We now hit chamber 1 start cycle. It will seem like nothing happens at first, But what the chamber is doing is it is also purging and getting ready to start. If you go back to the main screen here, you'll see chamber 1 is highlighted yellow. That means it's getting ready. We can do the same thing with all the other chambers. Chamber 2 has a 40-pound animal in it. Oops. We're going to start chamber 2. And we're going to go chamber 3. Chamber 3 has a 70-pound animal in it. Okay. You'll see that all of them are purging, thinking about starting. You'll see now chamber 1 has started, it has turned green. And if you look here at the image of chamber 1, there's a little flame here. We're gonna go ahead and go into chamber 1, look at it a little closer. So chamber 1 is currently in low flame mode. It will start with a smaller flame to burn the hair and the fat to reduce the amount of smoke. And it won't change flame to a high flame until 23 minutes. And that's just kind of a set time based off of the weight that we put on the case builder. After this amount of time, the hearth air will start. What that is air will actually enter in the bottom of the chamber to help better fuel the combustion. And this right here shows you your case cremation time. Currently we're 2 minutes in. Something important to know as well, in order for these chambers to turn on, this chamber burner 2 button needs to be in the on position. When it restarts, it automatically goes to the off position, and you have to make sure you switch over to on, otherwise it won't ever start. Okay, this video will demonstrate kind of some adjustments you can make after these delayed times have expired. So if you remember, there was a low flame. After a certain amount of time, that expires, and it allows you to do a high flame. And also the hearth air has expired, which now means that air is coming in to the bottom of the chamber to further combust the body. It's automatically, as you can see here, the hearth air is set to auto. They put it at about 30% capacity. You can adjust that and increase that to make things go even faster. You'll notice if we go back to our main screen, our chamber 2 temperature is about 950. We can get that to increase by increasing the hearth air. So we can take hearth air, adjust it to manual, and again, it was at about a 30, so we want to go at least above the 30. If you tap this button, I'm going to go 50%. Hit enter, and we've upped it to 50. You can also touch this little red arrow and move that along as well. If you ever adjust the hearth air, like I said, it's going to increase the air, it's going to increase combustion, and would increase your chance of smoke coming out the stack. So it's a good idea that as you increase this hearth air manually, that you are watching your stack to make sure that no smoke comes out. So the machine has been running for a while now. What we want to do is probably check and see how far these animals are. If I go to chamber 3, we'll see that it's been cremating about an hour, 15 minutes. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure you kill any hearth air. It would be running about 100%. I'm going to go ahead and reduce that to 0 because I don't want to have air blow in my face when I open up the door. So I've cut that to 0. And when I go to open the door, it's going to kill the flame automatically, so I don't have to turn the flame on. I'll only open it a partial ways and see that there's still quite a bit to be done. So I'm going to go ahead and close that again. The system will automatically start the burner again, but it takes a minute or two. Once that starts up again, I'm going to go ahead and increase the hearth air because I want to get that as hot as possible.